Hi, Patrick here from again Freestyle Crew. This time around with something a little bit different than the usual skateboarding clips we are posting to our Instagram. Today I'm joined by Kevin Wessels, one of our lovely crewmates from the Netherlands, to have a chat about the upcoming Eurofreestyle 2021 in Brandenburg. There he is, 25-year-old freestyle skateboarder and product designer from the Netherlands. First place rookie 2019, 10th place amateur in 2020, and one of our lovely dudes of again freestyle, Kevin Wessels.
What's up, man?
Welcome, dude.
Hey.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Um, we just had a little like 1 hour talk about
One hour
everything.
talk.
Basically, we are already done.
Oh
But
man.
I still have some questions for you, considering you are going to participate in the Euro Freestyle this year. Like it's like
Yes,
10
yes,
days,
yes.
right? 10, 12 days.
Oh my god. Yeah, something around
It's
that.
really
Yeah,
fucking
probably.
close. I'm really nervous.
Oh yeah.
So
I'm looking forward to it, man. I'm looking forward
yeah,
to it.
oh god, I'm looking forward to it as well. I've noticed you practice with a Zep a little bit like 2 days ago, and I wonder what kind of practice regimen you are using to get prepared.
Well, for me, it's mostly figuring out what kind of tricks I'm really getting down every time.
Yeah.
And I'm literally going to a skate park and just picking one of the tricks and just doing it like 10 times. And I have to do it 10 times in a row without falling, and then I can move over to the next trick. Things like that that really like give me the confidence on putting the trick in my routine.
Okay.
And um, I haven't really figured out what my routine will be.
Mm-hmm.
I have figured out what tricks I want to put into it, but when
Okay.
when I started skating with Seb, he was like, "Yeah, this is the first part of my routine. I'm gonna do these tricks," and I was like, I'm gonna do this trick, and I'll put it somewhere in my routine."
I'm gonna ride my skateboard, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I'm that
Now,
as well. I've like literally the same. I picked my like 10 tricks I can do and like are kinda unique-ish, but still are
mhm.
freestyly. And yeah, just drilling them. And I'm not like a big drilling guy, but I feel like you really need at least 10 times do it in a row and to get them
Mhm.
consistently to present them in a proper run.
Yeah, yeah. Looking back to last year, where I competed for the first time in the amateurs, I picked a bunch of tricks which I just recently learned,
Yeah.
and I was like, "Yeah, I've got new tricks, and I want to show them, and I want to do them."
You're getting
And
hyped.
yeah, I got really hyped, but most of the tricks I just missed because
Yeah.
like I wasn't ready for actually putting it down in my runs. So this year is really like not putting tricks I just recently learned into it, but really the tricks I'm really comfortable with and just
How can you tell
trying.
if you are comfortable with a trick? I mean, usually it's not like you're doing it every try or landing it every try.
Oh
I'm
no.
thinking about it. It just feels right to do. Like, okay, I
Yeah.
may not get 10 in a row, but I'm pretty confident they look good. I'm doing clean. I'm not doing a lot of wobbling. And I feel like I can
Hmm.
pull him off in the contest, actually.
Yeah, there's a fine line probably, and I'm not
Yeah,
really
sure.
sure what that line would be, and we'll figure out. It's also a little bit of the pressure of the crowd around you. Sometimes it
Oh,
hypes you up.
wow,
Like
yeah.
the first time I joined it, and I got first. Those are also tricks. One of those tricks was really a trick that I learned like 3 weeks before the contest,
Wow.
and I was just so hyped on like having everybody around me, and I landed it well.
Yeah, that's a
That
huge
was for
thing.
that, but
That's for sure.
yeah.
It's a huge thing, for sure.
If like last year I had like what was it, fakey big spins. I
Yeah.
did them with a bag on my back with like 25 kilos, no problem. And with a little bit of pressure, I just messed up a fakey big spin.
Yeah,
Oh my god.
that's like the pressure thing is a real thing. I didn't notice at first, but I know I usually don't skate to music. Yeah, I know, but I usually
Neither
don't
do I.
don't skate to music, and like I've did the run like to music actually to the soundtrack like 2 times before, and I thought, oh well, it's working out fine. We'll be alright. And as soon as the first bass notes of the bass line hit, I was like, okay, you're supposed to go and I'm like waiting and waiting, and then I missed
Hmm.
the first like when the chorus sets in, and then I missed up the first trick, and it was all my head just went full fucking blank.
Yeah.
I didn't know where
Yeah.
I was. I didn't know what I'm supposed to do, and then I looked around, and then I was like, okay, just skate, just do it. And
Yeah.
then, yeah, I don't know. It was I was just too nervous, or
Mhm.
I wasn't mindful of the nervousness. So
Mhm. Mhm.
that's I think that's the big thing, to be mindful of the situation you are in. I think that's the big thing in contest runs.
Yeah. Yeah. This year I also picked a song which I like. I don't skate to music. I don't dance to the music.
Yeah,
Like I can't do that. I'm most of the time in public places, so I can't really. I don't like wearing earphones while skating, so it
same.
just doesn't really work for me. So I just picked a song which has like a few key points in the song, which actually gives me the time to realize what time I'm at. So it gives
Yeah,
me a little bit of a time awareness, and also like I want to do a trick exactly at that point, but everything that happens before it, everything that happens after it, I don't really care about it.
yeah.
I'll just go with it,
I think that's
and I
the
think that will
time
help me.
restriction was. I mean, your first rookie run was also on the shorter side, right? Was it 1 minute?
Hmm. I think it was either 1 minute or 1.5. And I'm not really sure about that.
Yeah, and this doesn't give you a lot of time to like roll around and finding your place. A 1 minute run really have to be dialed down to the bare essence of your actually run. I think that's
Oh
the
yeah,
big thing in the world roundup, for me
dude. Yeah,
at least.
it was for I had no time for doing like shuffles or anything in the like maybe to switch up a board to get the nose right. But besides that, I was like, I have to do all bangers. I have to do tricks I'm not really comfortable with doing,
Yeah.
and just do them because yeah, it's only 1 minute, man.
Do you think the video format is something that is how do I say it, not better, but like, I think for me at least, video runs are definitely different than being in person and doing the actual run. I think they don't fare up as much as one would think.
There's a clear difference, which I think at least a video run you can do it over and over and over again,
Hmm.
and it's just about like how much you want to get the run the way you want it, and have like spent that time to actually film it every time and every time. Like I had a few runs which I let every trick,
Hmm.
but it just felt a little bit wobbly with while filming. I was like, no, I don't like it, so I'm not gonna post it.
But being more
So
self-critical, right?
yeah, and I think that makes a big difference with like I saw some uploads with people who stepped off from the board. Like personally, I wouldn't have uploaded it because maybe they don't have that time for it,
Also a
or
different
don't
mindset, right?
maybe different mindset. Yeah, and that doesn't show your skill, but it shows your like willingness to do it.
Yeah, I
And I
think
think if you are in person, that really shows your skill of skateboarding.
yeah, I think grinding is more emphasized on the video runs for sure than
Hmm.
the actual film. I don't necessarily know which ones I'm liking more. I feel like the last year Reese had a really cool run and all this atmosphere. I think he skated to Vamdu project, and he got all the people pumping around him, and
Hmm. And
this
he's like
really,
going around like,
yeah,
yes,
sure.
let's
And
go,
even
yeah.
like all the random people, not even skateboarders, but all the random visitors were like really starting to head bump and like really going for it.
Hmm.
So yeah, I think it's really a different thing. I like
Yeah,
having both, like doing an actual
same for
run.
me. Same for
Yeah,
me. Yeah.
doing an actual run in front of people, like no editing and no do overs basically.
Hmm.
But I also like having the possibility to show the best of your ability. I think
Yeah.
that's what
Yeah,
really, yeah.
and I also like to be able to participate with it because
Oh
well,
yeah,
it's
sure. I
usually in
haven't.
Canada. Like
Yeah,
I would never ever been able to. That's the biggest reason I signed up for it this year. Like I didn't really felt like I'm good enough to join the World Roundup. Like I don't
yeah,
think
yeah.
that that's really worth joining. But because it was like, dude, there's only one chance of actually joining it, and just show everybody what you got, I guess. Because
Yeah, for
probably
sure.
next year, if it's still if it's in Canada again, well, hell no, I'll never be able
Dude,
to
I mean,
participate
you
with that.
were in the live stream as well, right? As
Hmm.
they,
Yeah.
and it was so amazing seeing people from all over the world. I mean, usually contests pull
Hmm.
people from all over the world, of course. Like, but I feel like the barrier of entrance for traveling and all
Hmm.
these things have been lowered. I mean, it's a video. Most people can actually shoot a video, I think. I mean, of course, it's super difficult if you're alone and have like
Hmm.
to zoom in or have nobody to follow you. If you're more like a rolling kind of guy doing a lot of G turns, this will
Hmm.
probably be harder to film a proper one. But people actually got to participate, and I think that's really, really lovely.
I really felt during the live stream I was just chanting and cheering on like my
Yeah.
Instagram friends, everybody you know from the Instagram I just saw coming by. I was like, yeah, man,
Yeah,
yes,
let's
let's
go.
go.
Yeah, yeah. This was really amazing, and I can't wait to have this in person for the Eurofreestyle.
Oh,
I
oh, absolutely, man.
I
I'm
think
really
it's
looking
like
forward
a
to it.
big school vacation with all your weird friends from school. Like this will
Yeah,
be
like last
amazing.
year, it felt like a big like family reunion or something.
Yeah, yeah, for
Like
sure.
I'm not even that long into the family, but it just felt so welcoming and everybody's so nice, man.
Yeah,
I'm really looking forward.
how was your experience going to the first time and being like, I mean, obviously when I met you, you already took home the trophy last time, so I think it's a little bit different. But maybe you could share
Mm,
something from the very first time you stepped your foot in the Industriehalle in the museum the contest is run in.
mm-hmm. Dude, I was so stoked. I came in there. I was like, "Oh my god, dude! Oh my god, he's there! Oh damn!" I just came in and I was like, "Oh, I can actually skate with these people now. What? I can actually like go up to them and ask them questions. What?" And
Yeah.
then I to my skateboard and I was like, and I'm not that good, and I feel a little bit awkward here.
Yeah, same.
But I felt like putting out a good showing. I literally when we came there on Friday, I grabbed my board and immediately just started skating the floor, getting used to it.
Oh
And
yeah, it's super fucking
it was,
slippery. It's
oh man,
super fucking slippery.
and it's like you're standing on the sideline next to like pros, and I felt like, I don't really want to be in their way. But on the other hand, when you land a trick,
Same.
they're also chanting to you.
Yeah,
And
really.
really quickly, it felt like, well, we're just all here together and we're all skating together. And it almost felt like I don't have any, except Sebastian. I don't really have any people around me who can just go up and go freestyle skateboarding with.
Yeah, and
And
even if you do, it's like you traveled like 3, 4 hours sometimes. Like people are
mhm,
skate around it. I'm pretty lucky to have Burns and Obi and all the other again freestyle crew members
mhm,
like in a like 1 hour drive ish kind of way.
mhm,
But
yeah,
it's got to be terrible if you like the only
I
dude in like
think it
yeah.
I think it develops just certain like personality in skateboarding, which I think is actually better than becoming that guy who has to learn switchblade, has to learn this, has to learn that.
Yeah.
So maybe it's a pro. On the other hand, it's just like a big family reunion, and I'm always, I'm definitely stoked to come again, and man, I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah, me for sure. You're coming on Thursday as well?
Yeah, I'll
Yeah.
leave Thursday, first minute in the morning when I wake up. I'll step in my car and drive up to Brandenburg.
How long do you need to travel to the contest?
I have to travel 1 hour to my home, but I'm probably gonna do that like the day before.
Okay.
And it's an 5 to 6 hour drive. And I'll bring three other Dutch guys with me.
Yeah, yeah, we
Yeah,
talked about
man.
it
They're
a
all
little
gonna
bit. Yeah,
they're all gonna participate in the amateur of in the rookie division.
yeah.
I'm really stoked about that. Yeah.
It seems like the average board size is going up, right?
Oh, oh yeah. It's gonna be wider and longer. Definitely. Yeah.
Yeah,
I actually participated in a normal street skateboard for the first time.
yeah.
There was no
When?
freestyle board. When I run
Oh, okay, yeah,
the
yeah.
first time I participated with the contest, um, I did it on a normal skateboard because I had no idea what a freestyle skateboard would look like or feel like. I've never seen one before,
Yeah. That's a big
And then I
thing.
won,
That's a big
dude.
thing.
I won the wall skateboard, and I was like, well, I have to try it probably, but I'm definitely not gonna like it. And then I started doing real tricks and things like that. And I was like, ah, now I understand why these guys have these small
Yeah.
boards. Now I get it.
Yeah, it's a
So
real thing. It's a real thing.
yeah, yeah,
But
definitely.
I was like,
Apparently.
I wore like 8.5 inch basically,
Hmm.
or like all my skating life.
Hmm.
And the first time I had a proper freestyle skateboard was the ones Burns is riding, which is the Denim Pro model.
Hmm.
And it's like, I think
That one was
it's
small, right?
so goddamn small, dude. It's like
Yeah.
7.3 or something, or
That's
7.2.
a
It's like,
toothpick.
and it's, I think it has a little bit of a shorter wheelbase, maybe, I don't know, but it
Mine
certainly
definitely has compared. Mine
yeah.
definitely has compared to a normal street skateboard. It has a smaller wheelbase.
Yeah, and yeah, and it's straight as rock, like no
Hmm.
concave,
No
and
concave at all.
that was so foreign to me. And I was like
Hmm.
skating this freestyle deck, and I was like, no way, I'm skating this.
No,
No, no fucking
no.
way. And he has like the T hangers, like hard
Hmm.
as a rock,
Hmm.
and yeah,
Bushing's made out of stone.
yeah, sure. And I was like, no, I'm not having it. And then I did some freestyle upgrades, which really helped, like the off-centered reels, the skid
Hmm.
plates. I mean, deck rails are not exactly a freestyle thing, but they also help with all the grabbing and stuff.
Hmm.
So yeah, that's what I wrote for my first contest, and then I transitioned to the Reese Pro model. Yeah,
Yes. I'm still.
for sure. It's right between freestyle and street skating. It's
I talked with Reese about it, and
yeah, okay.
um, yeah, he does like a lot of like almost. It's really on the edge of like freestyle and street sometimes,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
with his no apply, big heels and things like that. And I think it's the perfect size without having the cons of having a wider board, because I really was like, oh man, I really need a freestyle board which is 8.2 with the shape of a freestyle board and just no concave, and that would be the great best board for me.
yeah,
But the more I start skating it, like I can do triple real flips, but with a normal like 8.2 board, I would
yeah.
never be able to do that,
That's
man.
that's
Never.
that's also a very great thing in the when you get to meet people in person in the contest. Everybody has a different shape. Everybody has a
Hmm.
different
Hmm.
side gig. They are like, one is riding one deck rail like Yo-Yo does for his yo-yo
Hmm.
plans, and everybody has a different board. Like, really, you never, if you pull up in a skateboard with, you can have 100 people there, they all
Hmm.
kind of have the same ish. Maybe they
Hmm.
have a different shaped
Like, yo,
wheel.
that's a sick graphic on your board, man.
Even though freestyle has some sick graphics as well, but
Oh
that's
yeah.
actually a thing. Yeah, like, there's no individuality, because they're basically doing the same tricks. I
Hmm.
mean, sure, everybody has this niche, but freestyle decks are fucking wild, man, dude. I've saw thing like Fabian does from the Never Enough team. He like
Hmm.
shaves off his deck, like
Hmm.
nose and tail by himself. Like, I think all the way, like, uh, barely to the bones. Like, it's insane. It's really cool to
Yeah,
see what
it's
people are
crazy.
doing
Yeah,
with their decks, and it
yeah.
shows in their
But
tricks for sure.
oh yeah, yeah, definitely. Like it really helps with doing certain tricks. I was actually even thinking about putting two boards in my run. I'm not gonna do it.
Doing Duffys, like,
I
cool.
can do them. I can do
Yeah.
them, but I really want to transition from a freestyle board to the street board because there's a lot of tricks I can very comfortably
Oh
do on the
yeah,
street
now
board.
I get it. Yeah, like doing
But
your tree flip and then doing something more footwork esque kind of thing.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, I was thinking about it, but I don't think I'll do it. I just told myself like learn these tricks on your freestyle deck. There's a lot of tricks I just can't do on my freestyle deck, which I can easily do on my street deck.
yeah,
But it's putting too much like if you switch from one board to another, you have to like a little bit of depth to it. Probably the first two tricks are gonna feel a little bit awkward. So
yeah.
putting that in
I'm
your run is
I'm also
probably not
I'm
good.
also a creature of habit, dude. If
Mhm.
I buy the same fucking wheels more than I should. I buy the same
Mhm.
shape more than I should, and I can't have like I hate it, dude. When even small things like, I mean, you can't really tell all bearings aside. Like, you won't notice if it's like 7 or 5 ABAC. You can't tell.
Hmm.
But I hate changing things up,
If
especially
I yeah,
right before the contest.
if I roll up to the skate park, I always bring two boards. One street board, one freestyle board. If it's boring and there's nobody around, I'll just go freestyle. And if there's some people arriving there and we start street skating, I'll just join them with my street board.
Yeah.
I've
Eh,
always switched. I'll probably bring
we
them both with me as well
do you
because
feel sometimes? I mean, we could go into a more deeper conversation about skateboarding culture if you don't mind.
yeah, I'm alright.
I noticed that sometimes when you are freestyling, um, everybody is kind of hyped, like they haven't seen the tricks, or
Mm-hmm.
they haven't seen actually someone having flow on the. Not that I'm the person to have particular kind of
Neither
flow,
am neither for
but
me, not for me either. But yeah.
yeah. But it's the first time they see a. Let's say it, they see a different approach to skateboarding. Let's call it
Mm-hmm.
like that. And but sometimes I feel like I have to prove, okay, I can actually do a board slide, I can actually do a tree flip, I can actually do, I don't know, like switch kickflip or I don't know. And I feel like
I
this pressure is not outspoken, but I certainly feel it. How about you?
I think there's a certain of like relatable. If somebody who is street skating sees somebody skating freestyle, it's almost like somebody seeing on a scooter seeing somebody inline. Like
Yeah,
it's not relatable at all. So there's no connection with it. Like they don't they think you don't know how to grind, and you think they don't understand what you're doing and the difficulty of it.
they don't.
And
They sure
ooh,
fucking don't.
hot take, hot take.
I'm not shying away
No,
from it.
but
Dude, I won so many game of skates with like a switchblade and a turn in. They
I
never
usually
can do it. Never, never.
yeah. No, but I think if you step on the street board and you actually like first you're freestyling, then you step on the street board and you do a 50-50 nollie big spin out, they're like, oh, I can actually walk up to him and actually talk with him because I'm
Yeah.
related to that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
So I
like
think
speaking the
there's a
same
little
language,
bridge.
right?
Yeah, there's I think there's a bridge between it, but also I feel like we're thinking they're looking down on us, which is absolute BS.
Yeah. I feel like maybe I'm lucky. I mean, people are kind of open-minded. Like they come up and say, "Hey, you do
Mhm.
freestyle, dude." Sure. I
Mhm.
mean, sometimes they even ask, "Can you show me a trick?" And then you show him one, and then they're like, "Nah, I'm not doing that. Takes too much time." Or like saying it's not my jam, even though we
Mhm.
could clearly tell
Good.
they are into it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it sure is a thing, dude. And I wonder how to combat this, or do we even need to combat it? Isn't it a thing that's not like separating us, but like
You
yeah, like
um
actually
I
making it
think
out.
I think there is a little bridge between like relatable feelings that there will be a little bit more of a struggle for them to reach out to us
Yeah,
instead of us reaching out to them. And I think you can break that by doing the same thing they're doing, or you should reach out to them
yeah,
and actually understand what they're thinking about it. Because most of the time, I have a lot of kids in my skate park,
yeah,
like young kids, and when I actually rolled down there, everybody came around me. They were like, "Whoa, how do you do this? How do you do that? Whoa, what is that? How do you do it?" And I taught quite a few of them. I gave them some tips about doing it, and the next time I came to this game, they were like, "Kevin, look, I can do it!" And
yeah.
they did it first try.
That's the best thing, dude. For real.
Well, they're on the streets board and they're actually jumping, ollieing downstairs or whatever. But it's all about having that being open to each other.
Yeah,
That's everything in a skate park. Like I'm stoked if somebody with a scooter just does a sick trick. I'm stoked about it.
yeah,
I
for
would
sure.
I would be really happy about landing that. And I think in general, more people should be open towards the other um,
Yeah, dude, we are in it together. I don't,
sport
I don't,
actually.
I don't mind having people. I mean, usually it's more about logistics rather than actually about the culture, I think. I mean,
There's no culture difference, I think. I mean, you're
yeah,
doing what you're
no,
doing.
no way. There's no. I mean, we joked about it before that everybody that's picking up a skateboard has some sort of thing going on with him, like
Yeah.
whether it's being more on the like doing arts or being more on
He's
the
more the
creative side. Yeah,
more the introvert
or on the
kind of.
other side being extremely introverted. Everybody has something skateboarding or scootering or rollerblading does for him to serve this
Mhm.
counterbalance.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think it's mostly a logistics kind of thing. Like, I mean, the thing I can't get around is when kids they're like doing 20 times like the same line and out of nowhere they turn left or right and you're like I weigh like 80 kilos and when I'm on full blast there's no way I'm stopping right
Oh
right
no,
right in
dude!
front
I,
and
I I have friends of mine literally breaking their arm because of kids in the skate
yeah
park. It's
that's and we in the rural area have like a more yeah we say what we think, you know, and
hmm
there are some ugly words being flown around like to their moms and dads, but
hmm
I feel like everybody is kind of working it out on the fly, but yeah,
I
this is
think
for
I
sure a
think
thing.
that's yeah, but the frustration is not weird because you're actually playing with your and somebody else's life.
Yeah, for sure,
Like
dude.
no joke, if you hit a kid wrong, it could be the kid's fault. It's actually really dangerous. And
It
there's
is.
no other sport. If somebody kicks a ball in your yard or anything, like there's no danger there.
Yeah, yeah, sure.
But there's like there's an understandable reasoning why
Concern.
people people
Yeah,
get actually like really
yeah.
mad sometimes.
Yeah, but I'm gonna be honest here. I'm the king of snaking, dude. If you're doing your line, you're coming up with a nice clean 180 50 on the rail and plan on doing that doing a big flip on the bank, dude. You can be for sure that I'm snaking you, dude. There's no fucking way. I'm so confused around the skate park. If I'm like doing um I practiced a lot of spacewalks recently for the contest and I mean
hmm
you're
Ooh,
flinging you're flinging it
maybe.
around, dude, and I'm so in it when it's actually working that I lose track of everybody around me, and then I mean they're like I'm doing this for like 1 year now, and they kind of got to know me and like okay he's doing his thing and he's not meaning any harm, but dude
hmm
I'm the king of snakes, and that I think that's people going up as a freestyle skater in a skate park, that's a huge thing because people usually stand on the flat waiting
hmm
for their shot at any obstacle basically, and you are
hmm
just going all the way. You're taking all the
That's
flat.
yeah. There's a big problem that you're not actually relatable in the way you move. If you
Yeah,
see
yeah.
somebody like trying a trick over and over on a quarter pipe and then going to a bank and then going to the rail, you can see that going on. But if I see you going with a spacewalk, then do like a real flip and then doing some weird food plan shit, like I have no idea what you're doing. You're just flinging around your board, and I
Yeah,
can't figure out any reason why where you were going next.
yeah. And most freestylers don't know either. So the chaos is ensured, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But usually, if you go to the skate park and you're doing some freestyle shit, people are like, "What's this kind of magic? I don't
Yeah.
understand anything of this.
Yeah,
Go away."
I usually try to aim for the spots between when people are done with like not their sessions but their current obstacle, like when they
hmm
are
hmm
gunning for a certain curb or ledge. Um, when I notice they are switching obstacles, then it's my time to shine, you know, because they are
hmm
moving around and trying to reposition, seeing what they can do next, and then it's basically free from there. And that's works out just fine for me at least. But we have
Yeah,
also big parks, so I don't know how it is
yeah.
for. I
This
seen
escape
some
this.
horrible shit on the gram from certain
Mhm.
people that have like where street skaters are pushing around them and they have like
Oh yeah,
one
I saw it
square
from
meter.
Monik.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, man,
Yeah,
that's horrible. Yeah,
yeah.
I think yeah, it really depends on the skate park as well. The skate park I'm nearby, there's a big running track going around it,
Hmm.
which has a lot of grip. So if there's people skating in the skate park, I can just go up to the running track and go skate there, which without bothering anybody. Yeah, the people are running around, but yeah,
Yeah, but
probably not too much.
I catch myself usually not wanting to do that, even though I
Uh,
can. It's like, do you really want to exclude yourself from the people around you, even though they are not like? I mean, I talk to them, their buddies. Like, I don't
oh
want.
yeah, yeah.
It's like being at the birthday party and saying, "Dude, I got to go out for a smoke. Be right back in 20 minutes."
You're- yeah.
So I don't know, dude. It's
Depends on what I
really
want.
complicated.
That's why I catch myself if I'm with a group of people. I catch myself going street skating more than going freestyle.
Yeah, which is a
And
detriment to the freestyle skating, for me at least. Because usually when I'm tired, I don't have much energy to practice, like, I don't know, my pogos or whatever.
mm.
Because I'm tired of street skating. So,
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. So it really depends. Like I'm doing what I'm liking at that point. If I feel like I want to learn a new freestyle trick, I'll do that, and I don't mind like walking away from other people. But if I'm there with friends, I will just go street skating and I have fun with that. Like I don't need to go freestyle skating. Like now the contest is coming up, so I really feel like I have to get some
yeah.
moments in to
It's a
practice at least
special
that
time.
many hours.
It's for sure it's a
Yeah, yeah,
special
yeah, yeah.
time, and you can clearly tell by the Instagram feed that people actually are practicing right now. It's like,
Nobody's actually really posting that much.
yeah, yeah, it's like having a good meal. You don't really talk that much because you're
No.
enjoying a meal, and it's kind of the same thing, I think. And it's
Mhm.
really, I mean, it's a special time for sure. I don't like
Mm.
not seeing people posting content. I'm gonna be selfish there.
No, but being there in person and seeing what they're doing at that point
Yeah, for sure.
is
It's
so
well
so
worth it.
worth
It's
it.
it's
It's so
well
worth
worth
the
it.
waiting.
And yeah, I like being surprised on the
Yeah,
contest as
me too.
well. I mean, so
I'm definitely coming back from the contest with a lot of new tricks and
yeah,
ideas
you
and
got that's actually a thing for visitors. It's sometimes when you go skating. I mean, how long seriously can you watch skateboarding without being a skateboarder yourself? Probably not that
hmm
long. So
yeah,
it's a good thing.
one of my friends that brought with me last year. He is kind of into skateboarding. He does it himself, but he's not really into skateboarding.
Yeah,
And I was in the end, I was like, "So, how did you? What did you think about it?" And he was like, "I really like seeing it, but I had no idea what was going on. So I had no idea whether it's difficult, whether it's technical. I can't really put my thumb on it."
dude, that's totally a spot that's free in the freestyle community to have proper commenting. Dude, Tony Hawk is such a blessing for for the Olympics and skateboarding in general to actually being able to translate the thing that is happening on the court to like normal sport terms. Like, okay, it's
hmm
like he's jumping a stair set that's like 2 meters high, like
hmm
simple things like that. th-
hmm
that's totally
Simplifying
missing.
it.
Yeah, that's not. I mean, you seem to be big into spoken language, so it's a translation thing. It's like literally
hmm
being able to translate what is happening to
hmm
make it relatable, really. And hopefully this will be filled by somebody in the community that is able to do that, because this is a thing about the gatekeeping is people. I mean, they come to you and ask you what was the trick, and you say it's a switchblade or it's a turn-in or it's a pull ninja, and they're like, okay, I know my ollie, I know my kickflip, I can probably get around what's a revial flip, and then
Oh man, don't start about brain to splits.
so
I
then
still have no idea how to ride them.
no, yeah, Reinkes actually lives near
Rank,
my city. It's like Burns
how
is
do you
like
speak it? Reinkus? Reinkus?
Reinkes.
Reintke's clip. All
Reintges.
right.
Yeah.
All right. All right.
Yeah. That's a dude that.
Yeah. I really love to see some more history going around.
Yeah, it's
Like
really missing from
I'm
the community as well.
I'm really into freestyle skating. For the weirdest thing is that Eurofreestyle actually liked one of my videos when I was in the UK, when I lived in the UK,
Yeah.
and because they liked it and they started following me, I was like, wait, is that a thing? And then I messaged Christian and I was like, uh, what is the terms of being able to compete? And he was like, you can compete, just join the rookies. I was like, really? And I felt like, is it possible? And that was actually the first time I actually went out and actually see like I've seen Mike Osterman,
Yeah.
but
There,
beside that,
there it
nothing.
is again. He's a great spokesperson for, or a
Oh
great
yeah,
media
yeah.
person for. I, I mean, my first sideburns. I mean, it's kind of, I know him and I saw him doing it, and at
Mm-hmm.
first I didn't like notice because we haven't skated that much together. But
Mm-hmm.
I saw the, what was it, Brett Novak clip of Andy Anderson,
Mm-hmm.
like he did with
Oh
the
yeah.
all the slow motions and the slow framing and all the extended shots, and that's where I really um picked up the notion of freestyle. I mean, technically it's not freestyle skateboarding, but the notion which is implied in his skating really
Yeah. I would rather place myself personally also more in that kind of bracket.
yeah, like Killian
Like
Martin for example.
like Killian Martin, he's one of my favorite skateboarders. It's like Killian Martin, it's um Jason Park,
Yeah.
and it's probably Andy Anderson. Like those three are I wouldn't say like my probably not with video parts and everything besides that, but that kind of style is the style I'm enjoying the most seeing and doing myself.
Hmm. Yeah, it's I'm right there as well. Like I love Richie Jackson, the funky stuff he does.
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen
Dude,
his
first
clip?
he at a certain point I uploaded a video like doing a what was the slappy no comply big flip or something,
Yeah.
and he liked it on
Yeah,
Instagram. And dude,
that's for sure his thing, dude.
I've never slept that good.
Yeah, yeah. That's also, but that's not classical freestyle, and I feel like
No, no,
freestyle is not doing it kind it's freestyle is not doing itself a favor by splitting all these different categories like super fucking.
no.
I mean, in a tournament setting, when
Yeah,
people
yeah.
are competing, then
Yeah. That's
full on.
that's the problem.
That's when the
Yeah.
feet is touching the ground, or when I don't know.
Mhm.
That's a tournament setting, but
Mhm.
actually people going out and doing what they see on flat ground and transition it to the to obstacles. I think this is where freestylers often do
I
their
think also.
do themselves no favor for
I
picking up
think.
new people.
It's also if you watch a Andy Anderson, if you watch a Jason Parker, if you watch a Ricky Jackson, they don't translate their skateboarding. They're translating their passion of
Yeah,
skateboarding. You can see
that's
that
a
they're
big
having
thing.
fun on their board, and that's what they're doing. There's no rules on it. There's no you should do this or you should that. They're having fun, and if you see that, that's the point. You're like, I also want to have fun, and then
Yeah,
you go out skateboarding.
yeah, that's exactly the
And
thing. Yeah, I
when you
haven't thought
go,
about that, but this is really well said. That's really on point, dude. Exactly. Yeah, it's difficult having both mindsets, like the fun aspect, which
Mhm.
people are chasing in freestyle, but also having this coexist with the tournament setting. I mean, people, if you look up runs like Kevin Harris runs or Rodney Mullen runs or Primo Desaderio runs on YouTube, dude,
they're picture perfect.
it's fucking it's like, I don't know. I wouldn't necessarily say that skateboarding hasn't pushed past that yet, but it's certainly, I feel like it takes some people like Isamu and Yuzuki to really push the boundaries again of what is possible on a
Yeah,
skateboard in terms of perfection and
yeah,
for
yeah.
sure.
And that's also what I like. Really like the fun part of it because I'm product designer, and I do skateboarding to relieve my head. If I
Yeah.
had the opportunity to go skateboarding every day and perfect everything I'm doing, like I would actually focus on the perfection of it. But I know I can't, not with the time I have for myself.
Yeah.
So why should I?
Yeah. I also I don't have the mindset to like I can certainly appreciate it if I
Hmm.
see someone like um doing like really perfect movement and a time efficient run and a well planned out run, like
Hmm.
ticking all the boxes in terms of what category scores and like that.
Hmm.
That's the thing about I like about Günther's runs. I mean, it's basically the same run for like more
Few
decades,
years,
but
yeah.
it's I don't want to say it's like a museum piece, but it certainly has that kind of feel. Like this is the epitome of skateboarding,
Hmm.
and like with stuff happening in the '90s as well. This is like, but it's a transition phase, I think, and I
Yeah,
think
I think it is, and I think people like Reese are really pushing the boundaries with doing what Gunther is doing with like putting in a great run, but also adding that element of surprise and like new tricks
yes,
which we've never
of
seen
course.
before. And
Yes,
I think
oh, for sure. 100% agree. That's
I,
needed to keep it fresh. I don't want to say one is better than the other. I
no,
mean,
no,
like
no, no.
objectively, uh, a proper run has to do this kind of things, like
Hmm.
showing off one trick of every category. But yeah, having
Creativity is also a point of
yeah,
point, like giving points to
originality.
it
Yeah,
for me.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
How do
I
you
think
think
that's
you score on the originality list?
first year. I think that's the only thing that actually pushed me through. I did some
Yeah,
tricks that they probably have never seen before, or at least haven't really seen it put down like multiple tricks after each other.
yeah.
Like one of the judges was the guy who invented the pressure flip.
Yeah, yeah.
So I
I
was
know
like,
the
well,
story.
I'm
Yeah.
yeah. So I was like, yeah, I've got to do a no comply 360 pressure flip, putting it in my run. It's
Dude,
like a tray flip, but it's all pressure, and those kind of things combined with actually having a little bit of luck put
I
me
don't
in
think it's
first
only
because
luck, dude. I don't think. Seeing you skate and seeing your world round up, and that's not all luck, dude. Come on, that's
no,
not.
no, but that's different compared to the first run.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
That's
Yeah,
actually
okay. I,
like knowing my tricks,
yeah,
thinking about it. Like we've talked about it. Like we've actually when like if I do this trick, I have to land this way, so I have to do a fakie tricks afterwards. Or oh, my nose is the wrong way when I do a shove it, so I have to do something after that.
yeah. The
Like I
logistics are
wasn't,
important. They
yeah,
are
yeah,
important. Where your feet
um,
end up being, and to do it smooth,
hmm
to have it like a flow. And I think that's really important, and it often gets
that's
overlooked.
yeah. I felt really stumbly the first time, like doing a trick, going here, doing a trick there, turning around, doing a trick, going there, doing a trick, and I'm really like starting to understand now that I have to switch that up,
Yeah.
put
Yes,
some
we are
like
still.
simple, quick tricks in between, adding them and linking them together, doing more tricks, going out of the one trick, going into the other trick. Um, it's a learn process, I think.
For sure, and the community helps with that. You can't do this
Hmm.
kind of thing. I think it's really hard to do it on your own. So it is important to reach out, and also
Hmm.
reach out with some critic as well. I feel like sometimes the freestyle community is a little bit protective of themselves. Like
Hmm.
I mean, it's fine when somebody. I mean, you can tell if somebody is trying hard and getting it. Like even
Hmm.
if it's sketchy, you can tell if he's pushing himself or herself or however he may or no, identify. But sometimes I feel it's missing a honest hot take. I'm a big fan of hot takes.
Oh, I actually feel there's a lot and enough of that here in the freestyle community.
You
There's
sure?
a lot of dudes. I feel like there's a lot, not very personally towards like if you put an Instagram post down, nobody's gonna comment underneath it like, oh my god, you touched your toe there. That doesn't count.
Maybe we need to dip our toes in the Facebook community, dude.
But the Facebook community, on the other hand, but I don't want to dip my hands into it. But actually, I've learned quite a lot from the criticism they're
Yeah,
actually putting down in the Facebook group.
yeah, for sure. It's
Because
it's it's
sometimes,
it's also tough love, and sometimes it's needed for sure. But I think the
it's
community
actually
will
good.
figure it out for sure.
Yeah, it will go one way or another.
Yeah, for sure, dude.
There's a big Instagram community which is really building, which is not really built onto doing the tricks perfect every time, but more having fun and teaching each other different tricks, which
Yeah,
I
and
think has grown the last year hugely.
yeah, for sure. I'm like, I f- I follow. I at first I wasn't that big into the social media thing because I have a lot of people from my like personal life on there. So I
Hmm.
was kind of hesitant to show a lot of skateboarding at
Hmm.
first. But man, those people are so lovely. I get so I damn. It's like when does stuff like this happen in your real life, like you're doing something you love and like you get like encouraging messages
Hmm.
when it's
Yeah,
like let's be honest, it's like mostly you get shit for when you're venturing out, like yeah, you're riding your toy. Come on,
yeah,
you could
yeah.
do your fucking laundry. I don't know, like
Oh man, I had that for ages at my home.
yeah.
If I said to my parents, I'm going out skateboarding, they're like, "Oh yeah, you're gonna have fun and going out with your friends, right?" And I'm like, Well, yes, but it's also my sport.
Yeah.
It's actually like it's the thing I'm doing. I can't go to like gym or anything like that. I can't put myself to it. I can't do that.
Yeah,
But
me neither. I'm not big of a gym guy. I've been like doing military service because, but it's
hmm
also, I think it's also a cultural thing there. So it's
mm,
hard to pinpoint what exactly makes a good, unique environment for me.
yeah, but my parents were always really harsh. Like, you can't go out. It's you can't have fun right now. You have to do something at home or whatever
Dude, I got
because it's
so
only
many.
having fun. And
I got
and
so many stories, dude. With
at
like,
the point when I won the first rookie contest,
yeah.
that was the first time that they were actually like, "Huh, you're actually doing something with it."
Dude, oh
And
man.
that really put a difference into their view towards me to go out skateboarding. They're now understanding that I don't just do it to go out and drink beers with my friends, because I don't drink beers with my friends because I'm always driving with my car.
Damn, being mindful again.
Mm,
Do you
no, I
actually
want to
feel like
skate.
the thing between parents and their kids skateboarding is a thing that should be treated differently, or is it good to have like a kind of catalyst for your own individual development outside of your parents' life, like being rebellious in an environment that actually isn't, I mean, it's dangerous to do skateboarding, but like nobody is
Yeah,
doing hard drugs,
just
like at least in
just
my
just
environment.
yeah. Well, weed is here legal, so 90% of the people are doing it here. I don't
Okay.
like it at all, but I think there is a cultural thing, but it's the same thing like you said. Everybody has that kind of thing going on with them that they start skateboarding and actually picking it up.
Yeah, for sure, it's a thing, dude. You
You
can't.
are most of the time people are a little bit of a misfit,
Yeah.
and that's the reason they pick up these kind of things. But I think if you bring your kid for the first time to a skate park, it's like a playground. It's literally like you bring your kid to a playground. And I think parents should treat it like that, and they should look after their kids. But after a certain point where their kid really takes interest into skateboarding, at least here, there are a lot of organizations, skate parks and everything, that actually start like giving like classes,
Hmm.
teaching them how to skateboard, teaching them like the etiquettes of understanding how to act in a skate park and things like that. And that's really growing here, at least. And that's a good thing to see. That brings a lot of kids into skateboarding in a good, controlled way, but also in a way that they can actually express themselves the way they want to.
Yeah, I've read an interesting on the same token. I read an interesting thing. I think it's from Jordan Peterson. I don't know if you know him. It's like an internet celebrity, but
No
also
idea.
more on the Yeah, it's a political thing. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But he wrote a self-help book, and he said something along the lines of don't bother your kids while skateboarding is one of his rules in life. And what he means by it, that kids that pick up skateboarding actually train to be competent in the face of danger. Like they
Mm-hmm.
they know, or they learn, okay, how to assess the danger I'm in right now,
Mm-hmm.
like physically and cognitively, like
Mm-hmm.
from their perspective. And they learn, okay, I'm, even if I fall, I'm strong enough to to survive. I'm strong enough to survive, and I
Mm-hmm.
can get through this, and I can be competent in the faces of danger. So I think
Yeah.
this was really, really, yeah. I think that's well put. You really learn how to assess yourself.
Mm-hmm.
I think skateboarding is very cathartic. Is that a word? Like you get into introverted and into like tunnel vision on
Mm-hmm.
yourself,
Yeah.
like
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
mindfulness. Um, yeah, I think that's a huge part, and it's important to
Also,
learn.
but also, I think at the skate park is one of the most social places ever. If you're
Yeah.
trying something and you're not figuring it out, you can literally walk up to anybody in the skate park and ask them they should do it. And I think there's a big problem with like thinking that nobody will help you. But I think 99% of the people in a skate park are actually there to help you.
It's like weightlifting. If you go up to the most buff dude that's like
Yeah.
this, and you say, "Hey, can you show me how to do deadlifts?" And it's
Mm-hmm.
like, absolutely, I can.
Yeah, yeah, let's go, let's
Let's fucking go.
go.
So yeah,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
that's certainly. But I gotta be honest, I have also some experiences where they're kind of like elitist, like especially in the very high skilled areas in like the
Mm-hmm.
big cities where like I
Big
don't
skate
know,
parks.
yeah, big skate parks, and where some amateurs are, and even some paid pros, and there's a really strange kind of vibe around it, I feel like. But this is very, very minor from the overall picture I get on a local. It's always a fun
If you
thing.
go to like a massive skate park, maybe. But
Yeah.
even I went to Luxembourg with one of the biggest skate parks in Europe. There was nothing, literally nothing. Like actually feeling like, oh, you have to move around for this person because
Hmm.
he really want to try it. It's all
Yeah.
just waiting in turns, getting your etiquettes, and just understanding what's going on in the skate park. And as long as you're doing and learning that, then
Yeah, that's
there's
for sure. It's a thing. Listening to each other, um, being self-assertive, like
mm-hmm,
showing, okay, it's my turn now. It's okay that it's my
mm-hmm,
turn, and I'm actually doing my turn. I think that's also what you got to learn how to do it, and how to that's a big part for me. I'm like, okay, this is now my time to shine. I can do it
mm-hmm,
now. This is my line, and
yeah,
be upset if somebody snakes, even though I'm the biggest snake. So yeah,
yeah,
dude,
yeah. Skateboarding is great, man.
skateboarding is great. It's for
It
sure
actually
is.
it actually helped me a lot when I went to the UK because I did an internship in the UK and I
Yeah.
literally just went over there, like lived into somebody's house which I didn't knew before, and
Wow.
there was literally nobody around me which I knew. Like the only way I could speak to people was online, whatever. And it took me probably like 8 to 9 days. I went to the skate park, started skating there on Friday, really early in the morning. I was like, I want to go be there first, so I don't want to roll up to a big group of
Okay.
like good skaters, and I just want to be there and just do my own thing, and they'll just arrive there. I felt that was the better idea. I started skating and I felt really like awkward a little bit. Day after, I went exactly the same time, skated there entire day. In the end, a few guys were like, "Hey man, I really like your skating. Can you teach me a little bit of this? Can you do a little bit of that? Hey, dude, do you want to go out and grab like a drink, go to the bar or
That's the
something?"
magic ticket.
Oh man, it took me 8 days and I had a huge friend group which lasted my entire. Yeah, like I'm still friends with them.
But can I tell you something, dude? It's also you're a very likable person. I gotta tell you, you're very likable. It's easy to get along with you, for
Thank
sure.
you.
I think that's, I think that's the bigger part about the story, that you're a cool dude, for sure.
They actually, I rolled up to the skate park and they were actually thinking like, oh shit, that's one guy from Bristol, like a really naughty ass dude from Bristol. And then I started doing like no comply 180s and shit. And they were like, oh, all right, he's right.
Yeah, dude. It's been a blast, dude. Can you believe it? It's 1 hour again.
Yeah,
1 hour again.
I was again. Yeah, I was looking at the time. I was like, yeah, it's gonna be a lot of editing for you.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure, man. This has to be a regular thing. I feel this is
Yeah.
the right format. I think it's really cool. Maybe I can work on my mumbling a bit. Gonna
Oh,
take some
you actually did
speech
great, man.
classes.
No, to be honest,
Thanks.
there wasn't really that much mumbling going around.
Okay. Thanks, dude.
Yeah.
I'm kind of like how you were self cautious about it.
Mm-hmm.
So dude, last year on the skate contest in this, like, it's a big hall and it's noisy, and then all
Mm-hmm.
the awkward things that went missing, like
Oh
lost
yeah,
lost it.
yeah.
That's the best, dude.
Like somebody starts talking to you in German, and you're like, huh? And then
Yeah.
they say again, and you're like, I don't understand what you're saying. I can hear you, but it's
Yeah,
German. I don't understand it.
dude, I was in Christian's store, like in the Never Enough street store.
Oh, I really want
Eh,
to go there as well.
yeah, we will,
I
we
haven't been
will.
there.
No problem, we
I
will.
went 2 years and I haven't been to the store yet.
Well, it's a short-lived weekend. 3 days is
Mm-hmm.
nothing to
Yeah.
be to skate with people and visit the city.
Thursday,
And
Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It's freestyle.
yeah, now, but when you just arrive
Yeah.
a lot of people just arrive on Saturday for the contest and then
Mm-hmm.
probably leave
Then
around Sunday or late
yeah.
evening Sunday, so they have
Mm-hmm.
like next next to no time to visit all everything.
Mm-hmm.
I was in the store, and I was skating on Thursday
Mm-hmm.
and came in the store on Friday, and there Christian talked to me, hey, check out this shape, and this was the Reese shape.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it's a prototype at that point or if it's even released, but
Was last year, right?
yeah, last year.
I think it was released just after that.
I don't
I'm
know.
not sure. Oh
Anyway,
no, yeah, no. The shape is exactly the same shape as the board I was riding before that. I had one with the black, white, and the red one. Like an eye was in it, I think.
now no, that's one earlier. What?
Yeah. But it's the same shape.
Yeah, it's the same shape, but it was a
Mhm.
prototype back then, and it was something
Mm.
Reese figured out with him, and
Mhm.
he was like, "Here, take this shape, try it out. You will like it." And I was
Mhm.
like, kind of,
Mhm.
it's kind of short, kind of
Mhm. Mhm.
small, and I was like, yeah, I saw Reese doing some mad tricks, and I turned around. And Reese was fucking talking to me, not Christian. I was like,
Oh.
I was talking to him in third person, like this and stuff like this. This is so fun being awkward around each other, like
Oh yeah,
for
yeah.
sure.
I had a little chat with Reese, and he also like complimented me like, yeah, this board really suits your style. It's exactly the same style I'm skating, and it suits us both. And I was talking with him like, I kind of think it should be a little bit wider for my comfort because my shoes are way too big. I
Yeah.
have size 12 shoes, so
Wow.
like if you have a small board, it's 90% of the
Oh,
time just
don't get
toe direction,
started
heel
on that.
direction around.
That's Kevin
Right?
Harris' specialty. Kevin Harris is, I think he's known for having gigantic feet and the smallest board ever. And
Yeah.
he's like, it's all technique.
Yeah,
Don't
it's a little aggressive. Maybe I shouldn't push the wall with. No, but after reading the explanation of who was it? I think it was I don't know. I'm not really sure, but somebody explained like if you see a skateboard as a box, like you have the width, you have the height,
Yeah.
And if you want to go into rail or out to rail, if your width is almost the same as your height, there's a larger chance on landing into rail again.
Yeah, sure. That's the
And
nerd side of it. I love it.
that's, yep, dude, I'm an engineer, so literally everything I'm doing is like, oh, how is it physically work? How is this working, and what kind of forces are applying to it?
Yeah.
And I was talking to somebody with like, are can you ollie better or worse with skip blades? I was like, definitely worse. Like surgical, like just the material, the way that there's probably a little bit of a gap going around and
Yeah.
everything. Like there's a lot of engineering thought going into like, is this trick possible or not? Things
That's
like
what I
that. I
love about
really,
freestyle. They really figure stuff out. Like I
yeah, I
love
love it, man.
the Tony Gale moonshine deck that has
Hmm.
like the awkward shapes closing in on the side.
Hmm.
Have you seen it? Like it's a
Hmm.
red one, and it's when you go into race stance and like ship down on it, and
Hmm.
over time it will be perfectly straight. Where other decks like start to wear and be like bent, and this
Hmm.
one stays in rail, and stuff like this is so awesome, dude.
Yeah, but
Like,
also the boy from Reese still has a little bit of a going up
yep,
in
yep.
the real side. That's one of
Also,
the things I really
also,
like.
also, it's I think it's my fourth board I have from him. I start to notice the square tail
Hmm.
starts when it's really worn down, starts to be like kind of roundish, and then it will be
Hmm.
really perfect. Like it has the best of both worlds, like having solid Caspers on the square edge, but also like having smooth transitions on the round thing.
Since my board's born down on the back on the tail, I can only do ranges flips from the tail. If I stand on the tail, I can do a ranges flip and it will just really pop up, flip around, and catch it in the air.
Yeah,
From the other side, doesn't work. Doesn't work at all.
yeah,
It's the same shape, the nose and the tail, but still the way it wears down.
yeah.
It
It's really
Yeah,
it really adds up. It's all the little things.
yeah, and I'm also really like contemplating like, do I want to change skip blades like a week before the contest to run them in, or should I keep the skip blades I'm riding right now and just continue with the way they're wearing down?
I don't know, dude. It's 12 days. It's not that
Yeah,
long. Just. I was thinking about changing shoes and
I
changing
think
my
I'll.
board, and I
Hmm.
just relax. Maybe go like skating 3 times, 4 times, and if it wears down till it's unrideable in this ten
Hmm.
day span, then let so be it.
Yeah,
You
then
know,
so yeah,
like
so be it. Yeah, yeah, you're
if
right with that.
you start to in hindsight, I mean, last year my kingpin broke, and I have never broken a kingpin in 15 years of skateboarding. And
Hmm.
for now, I have a backup that's the complete same
Oh yeah,
setup.
yeah, yeah. You told
Like,
me about that.
I mean, you can ride it as well. I mean, you have the same board and kind of same thing ish with the wheels.
Hmm.
So we can share the backup or buy one on in Chris's
I
shop.
bought a backup skateboard for from Christian already. I
Yeah,
messaged him like, if I break my board just before the contest or during the contest, can you at least put one like behind? I will definitely buy it anyway. But then at least I have just a backup ready
yeah.
for.
We can maybe wrap things up.
Yeah, I really need
Any
to go to the toilet.
yeah. Okay, we are making a quick one. Okay,
Okay. Yeah.
top tip before a contest run, like backup board, or I don't know, bring enough water or something along the lines. What's your
Stretching. Stretching is definitely one of the best things to do. Like really getting your body warm, getting it moving, and just warming your body up to the point where you're actually skating, because you're used to doing your tricks over and over and over again when your body is already warm. So if you're sitting down the entire time watching the runs, then do your practice runs and really stretch out everything so you're in your best shape possible, because you definitely do not want to miss an easy trick because your feet just tightens up or whatever.
yeah, especially since it will be September, and I don't know, but usually the hall is a bit on the colder side, or at least there's
Hmm.
some kind of air moving going on, so I get chills easily. So stretching and warming up definitely
Yeah,
is a big thing to consider when doing the contest run.
and prepping for your contest run.
Yeah,
That's something
for
I
sure.
told um, Sebastian.
Yeah.
Be aware about the slippiness of the floor,
Oh yeah,
and
big
there's a
one.
big strip in the middle of the floor which has a lot of grip. Plan it out in a way that if you want to do any like Casper tricks or anything like that, plan it out to do it in the middle so you can actually have some grip.
Yeah. And don't be hesitant to actually go there, even if it doesn't line up perfectly. Doing a 50-50 or a very the decent Casper on the slippery floor. I mean, some people pull it off, like mad respect
I,
to
c- I,
them.
I can do it if I go to fakie. I did like the otter flip. I could actually do it because if you go fakie, you kind of like stick it into the floor.
Yeah,
But man, it's so slippery,
it
even with
really is. Even
scuffers or whatever.
changing wheel toughness is also maybe a tip. Like
Oh,
have more
good one.
what's the yeah, like don't have the hardest wheels on earth, like softer wheels. Actually softer wheels really will help out on the high slippery slope, but when you're
Or
not
turn
used
your
to
360s into 540s because you can actually.
for sure. Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
I let my first gazelle spin there.
Yeah, that's actually a thing, right?
Yeah.
um, one last thing. How high are the chances we are seeing otter flip on the best trick this year?
There will be no otter flip on the best trick. There will be an elder
Oh,
otter.
come on! They will
There
what?
will there will be an
The bigger
elder
version.
otter.
Oh
Yeah.
damn!
I
Yeah,
lost
yeah.
my I don't want to say it, but I kind of lost my otter flip
Damn, that's a sad
since
thing.
since I've only been trying the 360 to Casper, but I'm getting those down quite a few times. So definitely putting that one in the best trick,
Nice. I'm
definitely. And maybe with the spin out, I'm not sure about that. It will just be like I throw my board, landing Casper, and then whatever my body will turn into, I will just go with that.
yeah, and don't show up late again.
No, wait. Don't change the schedule
Yeah, put it
when
all out there. Come on, put it all out.
they changed the schedule, and that was the reason I was late. I was like, I can't do spins, I can't do handstands. I'll just go a little bit later and join the best trick. And then they changed the schedule and put the best trick on first.
Scammed. Say
Yeah,
it how it
man.
is. You got scammed
Oh
out
man.
of the best trick.
I was completely like I haven't wanted at all. And Christian was like, "Are you ready?" And I was like, "I guess." No chance, no chance.
Yeah, dude. It's been a blast. For
Yeah,
sure.
definitely, man.
I can't wait
Can't
to
wait
meet
to
you in
speak to you.
people.
Yeah, I think we were trying to say the same thing.
Yeah. Yeah. Dude, take care.
Take care.
Bye bye, dude.
Love you. See you guys. Peace.